Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is a bit different than usual videos. It might not be for everyone, but I thought I'd do a bit different video. I have quite a large book collection, mostly, I say in most ways they're mainly film related. You'll be able to tell my favourite authors from some of them. So my favourite authors, I'd say my top two favourite authors ever, probably Stephen King and John Grisham. Just think their stories are just very captivating. There's books in here that have backstory to them that I just grew up with. I've had them for a long time. It's going to be a slightly longer video, so like I said, it might not be for everyone. But I thought I'd do it because I know some people do have interest in books, and like I said, some of these books are film related. I've got quite a few autobiographies as well, which are all like film people related sort of thing. So I thought I'd go through them, show you what I've got, give you an idea of the sort of things that I personally like to read. And like I said, I don't read that much anymore. I think virtually none of these books have been read yet. They're ones that I've had in the collection for a while. Take me a long time to get through all of these now. But yeah, some of them I've read, some of them I've not. But I just thought I'd go through them, and as it's going to be long, I'll get cracking on straight away. These aren't in the right order because I have literally just piled them up. Just see if I can get them in the right-ish order. Right, so that's a bit better. Those are the first. So these were books that I had for as long as I remember. I've not actually read any of them. I think I might have read the first one. They were given to me when I was very young to read when I was older because I always liked reading. I believe this is a complete collection. There's quite a lot of them, so I'll go through them quite quick. And it's the famous 5 books. So apologies for the dust. I'm trying to get the dust off as I go because they unfortunately, because of space, they've been stored under my bed at the moment. So we have 5 on a Treasure Island. I'll try and put them down there. We then have 5 Go Adventuring Again. We have 5 Run Away Together. 5 Go to Smuggler's Top. And then I don't know, the next ones are here. There we go. Then we have 5 on Kirin Island again. We have 5 Go Off to Camp. We have 5 Get Into Trouble. 5 Fall Into Adventure. And 5 On a Hike Together. And have we got 11? Yeah, there's 11. 5 Have a Wonderful Time. Then what are the next ones? Well, I've missed one, I think. To show this. 5 Go Off in a Caravan's number 5. I'll just show them willy-nilly because to get them in order. 5 Go Down to the Sea. 5 Are Together Again. 5 Have a Mystery to Solve. 5 Go to Demon's Rocks. 5 on Finiston Farm. And 5 Get Into a Fix. And then the last pile, we have 5 Go to Mystery Manor. I think I did those, didn't I? Yeah. 5 Have Plenty of Fun. 5 On a Secret Trail. And 5 Go to Billycock Hill. So I believe that that's a complete collection. They are numbered on the back. As I say, I never, as a kid, got into reading those. Probably wish I did now, but I've read a lot of other stuff. I was on to adult books a lot earlier than I thought I would be reading. I used to love reading autobiographies and stuff when I was younger. Still do. But yeah, those are all the famous 5 books. I'll try and show you. There'll be some hidden, but I'll try and show you more of the kids' books. So again, 2 that I've never read, but I've had. I think my great grandma probably gave these to me, handed them down to me. We have Pinocchio, and we have The Jungle Book as well. And then a lot of Roald Dahl, which I believe my auntie handed down to me. These could be worth something now. I don't know what editions they are. Let me see if I can work out what editions they got writing in now, so probably couldn't sell them because I used to unfortunately write in books when I was younger. 2001, so no, not first editions, but they're quite old. So we have The Complete Adventures of Charlie and Mr. Willy Wonka, so it's got both of the books in. So that would be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I think it's Charlie and the Glass Machine. What does it say at the front? I just don't really want to go through all of them. No, I don't think it does. But yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory books. We have James and the Giant Peach, Danny the Champion of the World, SEO Trot, another copy of James and the Giant Peach. Didn't know I had more than one copy, and there's something else further in, but I'll get to that later on. It'll be random. I'm trying to do all the kiddie books first. Next up, we got a car boot sale when I was a lot younger. My grandparents bought this for me. It's just 10 brilliant books. It's got 10 different books in, some of which I've read, some I've not. I don't know how well known these books are. There's a Michael Morpurgo one, The Sandman and the Turtles. There's The Chocolate Touch, The Runner, Dolphin Boy, Someone's Watching, Someone's Waiting, Delilah and the Dog Spell, Tommy Trouble, Loads of Trouble, Crackers, and Doodlebug Alley. So yeah, 10 books in there. I think I've read most of them. But yeah, that's one that I'll probably be keeping hold of. And then we have, not in the best condition, I've had this for years, the Narnia, Chronicles of Narnia books. I think this is all of them. So the 7, I've just noticed they're completely out of order. So the OCD in me will have to move that. But yeah, I don't believe I've ever read any of these. I don't know, maybe I'll read them at some point. And then just going on to other stuff, I'll try and do stuff that's not got any particular grouping. So we have Richard Osman's The Thursday Murder Club, film coming out later in the year with Helen Mirren and Pierce Brosnan. See, I would ideally like to get this read before that. We have David Jason, My Life, one of his older autobiographies. I think I've got his newer one as well now. We have That's Going to Fall Over, but well. We have The Moaning of Life, Carl Pilkington, Worldly Wisdom of Carl Pilkington. Used to be a huge fan of An Idiot Abroad. So yeah, but I've not read that one yet either. As I said, I'm a big fan of John Grisham, so got A Time for Mercy, which I believe is a sequel to A Time to Kill, which was obviously made into a film in '96 with Matthew McConaughey. I think they're trying to adapt this into a series for HBO, this novel, but I've not actually read it yet. Like I said, most of these I've just not read yet. Then we'll go over here. Yeah. The Girl on the Train, really like the film. I've still not read the book yet, so should probably read the book at some point. We have Kiss the Girls. I've seen the film, really like the film, but as I say, I'm yet to read the book for that one. We have Widows. I've seen the film again, Linda LaPlante book, but I've not read the book yet. I think this was made into a British series first before they did the film. What we go on to next? We'll go on to these next. These were all gifted to me by my stepmom last year, and I believe most of these have now been made into a TV series, the TV series Grace, that's I think still currently showing on ITV. I think they're on the 5th season at the moment. So yeah, I think this is all within that series. So this one's Not Dead Enough. We have Dead Tomorrow. We have You Are Dead. We have The House on Cold Hill. Don't know if this is part of it. Don't think it is, but it could be. Yeah, I think all of the Grace ones have Dead in the title, so yeah, I don't think that's one of them. We have Want You Dead, Billionaire, we have Dead Like You, and then I think I did see there's one there as well. Dead Man's Grip, and then there's one there. This is going to topple, isn't it? Yeah. Love You Dead. So those are all of those ones, I think. Then moving on to the Dan Brown ones next. I always loved what were they called, like the Da Vinci trilogy or whatever of films. I always really liked that, but I always preferred the books. I did have Inferno, but I lost that, and I haven't got his newest one. I think it's called Origin, but I've got all the others. This is the first one, The Lost Symbol, which I don't think they ever actually made. I think they did a series of it, not a film. Deception Point, which is kind of a spin-off series, not relating to the Da Vinci Code or anything. It's all going everywhere. Then we have the Da Vinci Code. We have Angels and Demons. And the last Dan Brown one that's just fallen over is another spin-off one called Digital Fortress. And then this was given to me very recently by my nan. She asked me if I was interested in this when she was moving house, and I thought, yeah, it's like a historical sort of of historical importance in like writing. It's old. I don't know how old this edition is, to be fair. I did look. It doesn't actually have a date, I don't think, but it's I'd say it's very old. The pages are very old. It's Robinson Crusoe. Like I said, I don't know what edition this is, but it looks very old. Just see if I can actually see a date. No, it just says reprinted from the author's edition 1719, but it doesn't actually have a date. But like I said, I'm going to say this is quite old, so I might have to do some research on that one. But yeah, Robinson Crusoe. I'm trying to save all the Stephen King books to do together. We have The Help, which I really like the film. So I think I got this in like, might have even been like, Tesco's sells secondhand books, might have been there. We have Sharp Objects, which was made into the HBO miniseries starring Amy Adams, which I've not read that one. Then we have The Moth Catcher, which is a Vera book. I used to watch Vera, it says down there. So yeah, that's probably the reason why I got this. Probably it was cheap, I would have thought. One that you can see I've kind of in the middle of reading, because I've put a dodgy bookmark in that's about halfway through. The 100-Foot Journey, another one I really like the film. The book, I don't know why I haven't finished it. But yeah, I think I'll probably go back and read this from the start at some point. But yeah, that's the 100-Foot Journey. This one I got at school. It was signed by the author. The author isn't a big author. I mean, I've never heard of anything. I hadn't heard of anything outside of this. I think it was his first book, but because it's signed, I've still got it in the collection. It's a book called Space Jackers by Hugh Powell. And yeah, like I said, it's got a little signature, like sign at the start. Who knows, one day this could be worth something. Yeah, so that's Space Jackers. This one my nan gave me. I think she got this for me when she was away somewhere. and she brought it back. It's a book called Greyfriars Bobby, which I've again never read, but I definitely have to read it at some point. Is it, yeah, based on a Scottish story? So yeah, anyone got any ideas on that one, let me know. Then we have one of the Jack Reacher books, Echo Burning. Don't know. Yeah, I don't think this has been made into a series yet. I don't know what number book this is. Don't know if it says anywhere here. I can tell you it's an old edition, but I don't think, I mean, there's not many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm guessing this is the 5th one. Yeah, so Echo Burning. God, they're everywhere, falling over everywhere. The other Roald Dahl book, Fantastic Mr. Fox. We have The Hobbit, and we also have the chunky Lord of the Rings, which again I think my auntie probably gave to me, but I've still not read. It's Dedication. I know Sam was reading through this again recently, and I'd love to give it a read because I love the films. So one day I will hopefully get that read. We have Child 44, which, as you can see, was made into a film. I think I just saw this and thought, why not? That's going to fall over. Then another John Grisham book. There's dust all over my bed. I'm going to have to clear it off. The Racketeer. Don't know too much about this one. Looks like a newer book. Again, I wouldn't have paid much for it because I usually just get books in charity. Okay, 2013. Yeah. Put that down there. That's Stephen King's. That'll move up there. And that. We have The Last Fighting Tommy, which I've had for a long time. About Harry Patch, who celebrated his 111th birthday in 2009. Obviously, he's no longer with us now. But yeah, it's his story, I suppose. So yeah, that's The Last Fighting Tommy. We have, I'm trying to put this in the right places. Travelling to Infinity, which is written by Jane Hawkins, Stephen Hawkins' wife, about their life, I suppose. Yeah, this came out just after the film, I think, so yeah, that's probably why I got that one. Then we have Along Came a Spider. Then I suppose we'll go on to Stephen King. We've got Apt Pupil, which I've heard good. It's based on, I think it's within, there's like other stories in here, I think. That's what I meant to say. What else have we got? Rita Hayworth, Shawshank Redemption's in here as well. The Body, which is obviously based on Stand By Me. And The Breathing Method. So 4 novellas in here. So yeah, that's going to be a good one to read at some point. Then we have Full Dark No Stars. Not too familiar with that one. Yeah, it looks like a newer one. We have The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger, which is the first book, I believe. We have Revival. We have The Institute. The Backman books, which has Rage, The Long Walk, which is being made into a film this year, Roadwork, and The Running Man in it. And then we have Dreamcatcher, which if you watched last week, I did watch the film. Wasn't too big on the film. The book's better, I think. But yeah, you'll probably see there are some huge Stephen King books missing there. I've just not got them yet, but I whenever I see Stephen King's name anywhere and it's a cheap enough price, I always pick it up. What will we do next? We'll do those ones next because those are, there's a mess everywhere. Didn't go to plan. These are going to be in the wrong order, but Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Again, I think I've read the first 2 books of these, but I've never read them all the way through, so I probably should do that. Order of the Phoenix, which I think is the biggest one. I don't know why I'm putting that there, because I need to get to them. We have Prisoner of Azkaban. We have Chamber of Secrets. We have Philosopher's Stone. Goblet of Fire. And the last one, Half-Blood Prince. So all but one are of the same edition. I don't know what edition. I wouldn't have thought it would be first edition. No, 2006. All of those were. Next up, I think it's mainly just autobiographies now. To be honest, there's only a few left. So first up we have The Boys, which as you can see I have started reading, which is Ron Howard and Clint Howard's autobiography about growing up, their father being a famous actor, and how they got into the industry, and then how obviously Ron Howard's daughter got into the industry. Yeah, what I've read of it, really interesting, looking to Hollywood and being young in Hollywood. Yeah, recommend that one if you're into your autobiographies. And then this one I've shown before, I got for Christmas, the newest David Jason autobiography, this time next year. Then we have Stanley Tucci Taste. I like Stanley Tucci. It's not a straightforward autobiography, it's more to do with his life with food, and it's got recipes in. And yeah, but I like Stanley Tucci, so that's why I got it. Book that I'm actually reading at the moment is The Boys from Biloxi, which is John Grisham. About 3 chapters in, but yeah, enjoying this one so far. It takes me a long time to get through a book now because obviously I'm more film orientated, but I'm trying to get back into books. This one I think was a Tesco's pickup. It's Dawn French, The Twat Files. I think this is pretty new. Again, always great when you see stuff like this in like Tesco's donation. 23, yeah, so not old at all. And then we have The Further Adventures of an Idiot Abroad, which I have read, and yeah, this is good. As I said, I do like Carl Pilkington, and this has got pictures in throughout. So yeah, recommend both of those books if you like Carl Pilkington. God, dust on my bed. Next up we have Billy Connolly, Windswept and Interesting. His autobiography from a few years ago now, 2021. Still not read this yet, but I do love Billy Connolly, one of my favourite stand-ups, so got to get that read. This was a bit of a random pickup because if you have watched my channel, you know I'm not a fan of this director. I think it was just because he had this book out at the time that I was on an autobiography kick and it was cheap, so I picked it up. It probably is really interesting still, but it's Mel Brooks' autobiography, All About Me. Like I said, it's probably going to be a really interesting read anyway, but I'm not a fan of his work that I've seen so far, but who knows. And then a very controversial person, but I find her funny. She's got no filter at all. Miriam Margolyes, This Much Is True. Yeah, she's not to everyone's taste. She kind of says what comes to her mind. She's got a bit of a filthy mind, but I just like that she's got no filters and she says what comes to her head, and she has some very funny stories, which is why I got the book. So yeah, that one will be a good read, I think. And that's it. So like I said, I've got quite a big book collection. I know there's probably others that have bigger. I'd like to get some read and then buy some. There's probably some in there that I won't keep and I'll get rid of. I have also got, which I can't show because it's being propped up by my the phone is being propped up by them. I have Will Smith's autobiography, which I'm about 3/4 of the way through, so I'll probably try and get that finished next. And the 1001 movies you must watch before you die, which I've shown before. So those are propping my phone up at the moment. But yes, I just gone under my bed to sort through some, and I realised that I had some that I couldn't even remember. There's more Stephen King books in there that I thought I had. Yeah, more autobiographies that I've completely forgotten I had. So there's a lot to get through there. I don't know what's going to be next. Let me know if you've read any of those that you think I should put towards the top. And let me know your thoughts on books. What books do you like? All that down below if you read books, if you're interested. I don't know when this will go up. I'm recording this on a Wednesday, sorry. So there will be a watch poll going up at some point today. I don't know what time though. But yeah, stay tuned for this video. If you like this video, yeah, Let me know what you like to read down below. Thought it was just a bit different. I did also think of doing like music, but I don't collect vinyl yet. Stay tuned. That will change. I may have. Basically, I'll just say briefly. Obviously, I've got more room now. I have been given my nan's old record player, along with a lot of her vinyls. So I might be starting to collect vinyl soon. So once I've got that sorted in my room, got a place for it, and I've started collecting, I might do a collection. I've got a few CDs, but I don't really collect CDs. I mean, I got The Prom because I really like that film. The new West Side Story soundtrack. The newest Take That album because we got it free with our tickets to see them last year. And that's it. I don't think I have any other CDs because I don't really collect CDs. I stream my music on Spotify now. But vinyl is something that I would definitely collect because it's kind of coming back. And I know Sam collects vinyl and he's big into his music. Yeah, I think if I was to collect vinyl, it would more be movie-based stuff, which there is already a lot of in my nan's collection, which I'm thankful for. But yeah, it's finding a place for it in my room, and once I've done it, I might show off the collection that I've got now and update every so often. But yeah, that's it for this video. I've droned on long enough here. If you liked what you saw, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel. Comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I always take the time to get back to anyone that leaves me a comment because I really do appreciate it. And that is it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.